So Belize made this post on Facebook. She said, "Life no be movie. Life no be Nigerian movie. Wetin go happen with a crying emoji." Now this post is directly reacting to a post on X that was made about Rita Dominic's personal life. It says she left her poor boyfriend to marry a rich man. 5 years later, the man she left is still poor, and her husband is even richer. Stop believing that life is like Nollywood. So, what were you expecting before? Were you expecting a plot twist that her rich husband will now become poor and then Rita Dominic will stop acting? And then eventually she will now return back to her poor ex and start begging him to take her back. First of all, I don't know how true or false this story is, but I just want to concur with the lesson therein. Now, just because someone is your enemy, or maybe someone is your ex, pregnanted you before, you had to do abortion, and you laid a curse on him, or maybe that person has disappointed you in the past, that doesn't mean that that person will be worse or more miserable than you in life, or that you'll be better than the person. You see that fantasy, right? It does not work in real life. Sometimes karma no dey work. And this is based off of something we all know. Take, for example, the politicians. If that fantasy was to be real, you and I today will be much better off than the politicians. But that is not the case because politicians are the ones who are living the best life. Like, their children, their generation will never live the kind of life you and I are experiencing today. If you dey pray for your enemy downfall, make him even dey succeed the more. The fact that I hate somebody, or the fact that you don't like somebody, it could be your neighbor or maybe your family member, does not mean that that person will not be better than you. It happens. I'm just acknowledging the fact. The fact say be firstborn no mean say you'll be the first person to succeed in your family, or maybe even the first child to marry. God can actually decide to bless anybody he likes. He doesn't care whether you like that person or not. Even you now, as you did now, there are people who hate you. But it is not their hatred that will stop you from succeeding. We need to learn to live outside our own reality. Hate and dislike won't make you better than your position. Put in the hard work yourself. All right? And try to see things from a different perspective. Convert that energy that you will use to hate your fellow man to financial discipline. Try hustle. Go and make money. And I promise you, you will not regret it.